Hey guys, it's me, Mimic Jack 24 here. Today I'm just going to be discussing what's been basically heading on with Ukraine for the past couple of days. So, first of all, is one that Russia is kind of being a bit economic blockade by all of the European countries, even Switzerland joined in. Which, for y'all who don't know, the Swiss have a long history of staying neutral in a lot of conflicts, so especially ones involving Europe, but having them join in on it was basically a large thing that honestly did shock me, but say that's just me. Anyways, but besides that, Russia's been surprisingly been held back due to fierce guerrilla resistance by the Ukrainian civilians and soldiers who and presidents, which I do respect. I am saluting. Y'all can't see it, but I am saluting. And yeah, pretty much throughout it, those that the Ukrainians have been extremely brave throughout this whole entire conflict and have been receiving more military aid from NATO countries and from the European Union. And also, another thing that's been going on is due to the recent economic blockades, Russia's currency and economy started to tiny bit go downhill a bit, causing a lot more of the citizens to be more upset with Russia for not exactly what do you call it? What do you call it? Pretty much invading the Ukraine and taking over the Ukraine. Yeah. And also, one thing that definitely did surprise me throughout this conflict was on how much the whole world was willing to give up on its trades to Russia in order for Russia's economy to feel and become tanked. Yeah, it kind of surprised me too that the whole world unified for one of the few times that it actually has been unified to fight against something in order to destroy essentially destroy Russia's influence over Europe, which thankfully hasn't been established to go any further. But other besides that, I say the conflict would hopefully end soon. But so far as more troops have arrived with more military aid uh, for for Ukraine, and also that a lot of technology had been imported around. Elon Musk had sent out some technology into space to broadcast internet into the Ukraine so that way Russia can't exactly interfere with the communications from the outside world. But besides that, I say the Ukraine are doing fine. And also, sorry if I kept mispronouncing Ukraine as the Ukraine, as I was always taught throughout whenever I heard about the country, always to refer to it as the Ukraine. That's why I'm switching back and forth between that. Other besides that, I do say that yeah, it's been going pretty well for Ukraine. Not the fact that all their towns and cities have been destroyed, but they're holding back against the Russian army, which is pretty heavily demoralized at this point. Because, well, for one, they didn't really want to invade the Ukraine to begin with, and two, they're losing pretty badly at the moment, and can't really go any further than they already have been, and much less, a lot of the oligarchs of Russia are starting to get mad at Putin because, let's face it, if you're an oligarch, meaning like a leaders of some of the richest people in the country, tend to basically get a bit mad at Putin for basically A, they know exactly what's about going to happen to their income, and B, they know exactly what's going to happen to them if Putin doesn't really stop his invasion. If you want to know more, just look into any bit of Russia's history whenever the civilians got a bit mad at their war for being too much of an autocracy. Hint, look at the Russian Revolution. It wasn't pretty. Anyways, that's besides the point. I say that, yeah, throughout the process that, yeah, I say that this whole Ukraine stuff is heading going quite good, except for the fact that Putin says that he has his nuclear missiles on high alert, which, that's kind of a bit of a red warning, but to be fair, he is trying to close NATO's open door policy to the Ukraine. So, anyways, that's all what I really have for today's video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below on what your views of this whole entire mess of a scenario is. Anyways, goodbye.